What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. So we're going to crack on with the video in a moment's time. However, I just want to say beforehand, before we do start, that if you are new around here and you're interested in daily Manchester City transfer updates, then make sure that you do subscribe with your notifications on. Obviously, I've been away for a couple of weeks. We just came back yesterday to start our normal service, basically, and we're going to be covering videos now till the end of the transfer window with all things Manchester City, and from there we're then going to be covering all things Manchester City throughout the season, talking about everything that there is to talk about with Manchester City. So if you are interested in Manchester City news, probably if you're a Manchester City fan, then it is worthwhile subscribing, notifications on. We're going to crack on with this video. So first up, we're going to start up with a thing that's not that serious in my opinion, but yesterday a picture was uploaded on Twitter and on Instagram by Kylian Mbappe, and he put a picture of himself up on holiday, and he's been holidaying obviously at the same place where Sergio Aguero is, and they've had a picture together. No one needs to read too much into that. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. It's just made me laugh that Benjamin Mendy, the king of Twitter for things with Manchester City, tweeted from there that Agent Kean needs to do his thing. We all just love Kylian Mbappe at Manchester City. I'd absolutely love if he was here. Make it happen, Manchester City. Slap in the bid. Make it happen, because he's going to win the Ballon d'Or one day. He's just a phenomenal player. He took the World Cup, and he's got big things ahead for him. I'd love for Man City to sign him. However, that's extremely unrealistic. We're going to move on with something that's maybe a little bit more realistic. And Juventus have been speaking now. This is about Pjanic. Now, they want around £90 million. I imagine that Man City could probably haggle that down. We've been talking about £75 million. I'd probably imagine that the fee would probably be somewhere around there if they wanted Pjanic. Now, Juventus, they want a fee that can match what they've got for Ronaldo. So they've bought Ronaldo. I imagine that they'll probably want to sell a player just to be able just to keep financial fair play at ease, if you get where I'm coming from. Juventus aren't a rich club. They're not a well-off club. They're not Manchester City. They're not Chelsea. They're not PSG that can be funded for with huge owners with a lot of money. They're not Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona that can drive in massive commercial deals. Obviously, they're trying to get there, but they're not there yet, which means that they're probably going to have to make money elsewhere, and one of the ways is to sell a player. Now, Gonzalo Higuain, he's been linked with a move away. However, things haven't been materialising enough, not been going quick enough, and that maybe leaves the door open if Higuain ends up staying at Juventus and Ronaldo also will be there. And that leaves maybe just a little bit of a gap for Manchester City maybe to move in and try and move in ahead and try and get Pjanic. Now, Manchester City have confirmed, or should I say Pep Guardiola's confirmed for Manchester City, that they will be looking at another player. You imagine that's going to be that central midfielder to replace Yaya Toure. We do look like we're one player short in the squad, in my opinion. Obviously, things are a bit depleted at the moment because a lot of players are on holiday because of the World Cup, which doesn't help our pre-season, in my opinion. So we've not had a great pre-season, but when you've not got a lot of your players there, what can you do? So we look a little bit short. Now, Pjanic should be a fantastic option for Manchester City. Obviously, we've been linked with Kovacic as well, and Pep Guardiola's confirmed that after pre-season's done, so we're looking at the Community Shield and the build-up to the match against Arsenal. That will become probably in the last week of the window that Man City might well look at a player. We might be having a situation like we did in January, like Riyad Mahrez, where we end up getting a bid through and trying to force things through. Now, Riyad Mahrez had the advantage that he was in the country and we still couldn't get things across the line, so it makes that a little bit more difficult that he's in another country. He'll be in Italy for Man City to get that across the line. It'll be extremely difficult, and do remember that the transfer window closes early. It is closing on the Thursday before the season starts. Remember, it's not going on to the end of August. Obviously, the club voted for it to shut early, which I'm not sure if that makes sense or not. We'll have to wait and see, but clubs are unhappy that losing players once the season started, so that's why that is in place, and that is in place as of this transfer window. We'll move on to the outs now. A couple of news. Now, Kean Bryan was expected yesterday to leave Manchester City to sign for Rangers, according to the Sun, or the Scottish Sun, which, with information regarding Rangers, is normally extremely accurate. He hasn't signed for them, not officially, not yet, but apparently Steven Gerrard's convinced Kean Bryan, who had a good loan spell last season, I think he was at Oldham, he had a very good loan spell. He's convinced him to go north of the border and join him at Rangers. That's not been confirmed yet. I was expecting it yesterday to be confirmed, not been confirmed, so I'm expecting that today. So we'll just put a set to sign there instead. And the last bit of news for the outs is Thierry Ambrose, who was expecting to sign on loan for the season at RC Lens in Ligue 2 in France, and that has now gone through. That is official. He will be playing on a season-long loan. Remember, no option to buy, which I find interesting. So that's been the news. I'm expecting more outgoings. I'm expecting things to start speeding up in the transfer window, particularly with the outgoing. So if you're interested in Man City players and youngsters that will be going out on loan, and Manchester City players players like Joe Hart and Denaya, obviously Mangler will probably be staying because he's got an injury, won't be able to pass a medical. But I'm expecting these types of players to be leaving, and so I'm expecting plenty of news. So make sure you stay tuned because I'll be the first to break that to you. Now, I'm expecting ins. I'm expecting things to warm up in about a week or two's time with the transfer window with ins. We'll keep an eye out, of course, every single day, monitoring, making sure there's things that are happening. Like I said, you'll be the first to know. Also, we've had the saga with Jorginho drag on, so you'll be pleased to hear we're not going to have much more of a saga with this window, with things dragging on. Imagine things will gather pace if things do end up gathering pace. Let me know in the comments who you think Manchester City should sign, if anyone, or are you happy with going with Zinchenko staying and Delph staying and maybe using both of them in a central role, like we saw Zinchenko against Liverpool in the first half. Are you happy with that? Let me know what you think in the comments. But there we go, that's been the video. That's been another transfer update. Tomorrow I'm going to Manchester to do some filming for my 1,000 subscriber special. I'm hoping it'll be a decent video, and that'll be up for Sunday for you, so you got that one to look forward to, and then we'll have the transfer updates rolling as well. If there's any developments, serious developments this weekend, we'll have another video. If not, then I'm probably just going to go on to Monday, and then we'll go on from there. Obviously, I can't record and distribute videos whilst I'm not here, not when covering news, because the news, you want it to be the latest, you want it to be the exclusives, and I want to bring that to you. So, if you are interested in my channel, you're enjoying the videos, make sure that you subscribe, notifications on, make sure you leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Social media links, they're in the description below if you want to go check me out on Instagram and Twitter. I put all my sources and all the things Manchester City, my Twitter by the way, so it's worthwhile. Follow me on there. Link to my email, they're also in the description when you hit me up with any business inquiries. I'm going to leave the links to my partner channel, Mixology Drinks, and my brother, and my channel, my second channel, JSGC Gaming. If you want to go and check them out, you can go and like and subscribe over there. And that's been the video. You can go check out all my other previous videos if you wish, and I'll see you all again soon for another Manchester City video. We've got the special out on Sunday. We might have a transfer update out this weekend if there are developments, so stay tuned, and I'll see you all again then. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Peace. Ciao for now.